All right, Ultra Noops Nation, my name is Reed Nelson. This is Izzy Alcavas. A lot to talk about tonight. Most of it just happened. So, I want to get to the game winner by Johnny Webb and the Celtics. But first, Montroy Scott had some choice words for you. Montroy Scott of the Heights. Of course, you remember last week's episode of This Week in Rec. Izzy let him have it a little bit. Maybe we'll show a little clip from last week.
Montroy Scott, they're going to have to pump the ball before next week because he does not stop dribbling, and he does not pass the ball whatsoever. Dribble, double team, tries to break the double team, then fade away, then he does and it's like, I think he was 2 for 12 from deep or 3 for 12 from deep.
But when he makes it, though, you better watch out.
He does the Russell Westbrook. It's like
that was last week. Montroy saw that, which I wasn't sure if he was going to. I'm glad he did, and he had some things to say back. This is Montroy Scott of the Heights. All right, UH Nation, I'm here with Montroy Scott. The Heights are 4-1. First off, talk about the start to your guys' season.
We just came together. We got a couple guys that we used to hoop with, and then we started the season off, and we was doing pretty good, But then we lost our one game, so, we had to bounce back this week, and we made a good, strong comeback.
Now, you made a 3 here, and you turned and you looked at someone. Who were you looking at? Were you looking at anyone in particular? You kind of pointed at someone.
Yeah, my dad right here, he's been supporting me since I was young. I had to, show him off. Got to show off for my dad.
Very good. Now, you had a chance to watch last week's This Week in Rec, I assume.
Yeah.
Izzy kind of gave it to you a little bit. Do you have something in return that you want to say to him?
Yeah, I got a lot to say, man. That was a bad game he watched. He had a lot to say about me talking trash, If we ever were to face him, I'm guarding him. He's getting 0, and I'm going to drop 30 on him. He tried to come at me last week, try to embarrass me. So I can't go for that, man.
Okay, so now you're 4-1, so you're legitimate contenders. Do you guys feel that way, or do you feel like you still might be undermanned here?
I feel like we still underrated. We could be we probably one of the best teams in this league, and I feel like when we get to the playoffs, we're gonna make a big statement.
All right, Montroy, appreciate your time. Good luck the rest of the season. Okay, that was Montroy Scott. He had a great game tonight, from what I saw. I got here very late, but they won. They're very confident. They're 4-1 though. Mm-hmm. Now you didn't get a chance to watch them tonight, but your opinion, I'm assuming, has not changed, has it?
No, it wouldn't waver. I mean, they don't play team basketball, so if they want to go out there and be extremely athletic and do their thing, then let them do their thing. They beat up on a lot of the guys that are. I mean, a lot of these guys are older, so it's hard for these guys to get up and down the court with these young cats. So I'm not surprised that they win, but they're not going to win when they go up against really good teams.
They're very engaged, and I hope that they find a big man and they stick around for a long time.
Awesome.
So, okay, Celtics v. Fob Five. You had an opportunity at not 1, but 2 game winners. First off, I want to talk about regulation. Celtics holding the ball for the last shot. Matt Hamill gets called for an offensive foul, I believe, on you.
Yeah.
Good call, bad call?
It's always a good call if it's a foul that goes in my favor. Terrific call.
As a This Week in Rec co-host, good call or bad call?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'd have to watch the tape, and I didn't. I typically don't get those types of – a lot of big men move on screens and just kind of throw an extra shoulder or a hip into it. I just don't know if he moved or not. I was too busy chasing.
Now, that was a Joel Hedberg call. Do you remember the other Joel Hedberg call, Stephen Ellis?
That one?
I believe we gave a seminar on how to draw a charge after that.
Yeah.
That was a pretty entertaining video as well. So, okay, you get a shot at the other end, doesn't go in. Did you feel like that was going in? Because I thought it was. It looked good from my angle.
Felt good. It's just a little off. I was coming left, and I put up a right-handed floater. So it's kind of hard to judge the floaters when you're going away from the hoop like that on your left side. So I thought it was going to drop and just didn't.
Okay, other end, Johnny Webb hits the runner, gets fouled, goes up 1. Anthony Thompson, I believe, with the foul. What did you think of that one?
It looked like – well, he called the foul on Ant.
Yeah.
It looked like Ant went straight up with one arm. I think he did the one arm. It looked fine to me. But once again, I didn't have the best angle, and I'm excited to look at there's a lot that went on that I wasn't really focused on because I was too busy trying to make sure Sonny didn't get a shot off. So I can't really say for certain that he went straight up, but I would guess that he did.
So he makes the free throw, goes up 1. You come down, I believe, go left and then shoot a right-handed floater again.
No, that was a pull-up, and that felt really good. I like going left and then pulling. It felt really. I would have put a lot of money on that one. Felt really good the whole way. Looked good the whole way. I thought it was going to drop. It's a little much.
So again, we're running all those.
I think I might have traveled actually. Looks like I think I shuffled my feet because it felt like I was focused on where I was going to get to my spot, and I was trying to corral the ball, and I might have traveled because I couldn't really get full control of that basketball. So I think I might have traveled. So maybe it's good that it didn't go in, or else it would have been more controversy.
I had all this stuff that I was going to talk about, and then this. I mean, I didn't imagine being able to interview Montroy and then the ending of your game like it was. So I have to regroup myself. But I was thinking of something on the way here. It's a game for you. It's called Start, Sit, Say Goodbye. So I'm going to name 3 players. You're starting a franchise. And I want to know who you're going to start, who you're going to sit, and who you're going to say goodbye to.
Okay.
Now, we're going to get to that. Okay, so we talked about this 2 weeks ago. John Thomas. And obviously you put your opinion out there. Will he, won't he? I have an opinion. I won't say it on the air. I know for a fact, though, that teams have begun the pursuit of John Thomas because he's shown me.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're planning on pursuing John Thomas, now would be the time. He accepts gift baskets down to the Target Center Lifetime Fitness. You can address them to me as well. I'll be his representative. Who do you think has a shot? What GM out there could persuade a player like that to come and play rec? Because if I'm John personally, I'm going to probably play open if I'm going to play anywhere. Because, and I've had this discussion with a few people, there is an injury risk involved with that. Sometimes, it gets undercut. I know there's a lot of top-end players that don't necessarily want to play a rec basketball league. I've heard about the undercutting thing or, just, I don't know.
Here's why. Because open, they don't really try. So in rec, guys are giving full effort, and there's guys that they're not as athletic. So the loose balls, the plays that unathletic players shouldn't go after, that they see maybe NBA players, college players go after, they don't calculate the fact that I have no chance of getting that ball. But they go for it anyways, and I think that's what creates the risk. I mean, Chase and Lynch and Sonny, it was a 10-point game with a minute left, and there's a loose ball, and Lynch and Chase dive for it, and Sonny's coming in. I mean, that was bad. It was a bad collision. It looked bad the whole way. You saw it coming. That's a play where you're like, guys, I mean, the game's over. Just let it go. But, Chase is Chase, and Lynch is prideful. Sonny, I don't know. Sonny's kind of lazy, so I don't know why he's going for loose balls, so that's kind of weird. But surprised.
I don't know if I'd agree with that. I mean, yes, there are a lot of guys here that give full effort all the time, but there's a lot of really lazy basketball as well.
Yeah, I mean, there is, but in open, they never play defense unless it's a minute left to go in the game, or
like the NBA
or the semifinals. Yeah, maybe. I mean, sure, but in rec you get a lot more competitive games in terms of guys. There's a lot more personal beef and vendettas in rec. Players
built
get
up
cut
over many years.
Yeah, players get cut, and then they, get harassed via text message. And there's, Junius' Let's Go's tonight, which Junius had a big game. He was firing off the Let's Go's. So, I don't know. If John wants to play, I would probably lean towards playing rec. He'll probably have more fun playing rec because opens is boring. I mean, it's got to be boring. Sometimes people show up with 4 guys. Sometimes they show up with 5. Then it's lazy for 43 minutes. It's a different animal. Played them both.
So what GM has the best shot at landing him? Because I know there are GMs currently pursuing, as in have made the offer for him to join their team already.
Well, I'd assume he's not going to go to a contender.
Why not?
Because I thought he was good.
No, I mean, if somebody asks him to play, he can go whoever he wants.
Yeah, no, but I assume he wouldn't play for a contender if he's trying to. I mean, any good player can play for a contender and make him that much better.
That was me who was planting that seed. I'm not speaking on his behalf, saying he wants to bring a team from the bottom up.
Who wouldn't be able to convince him? Seems like he is in shape and he wants to prove that he can still play, I guess. I don't know. I don't know John well enough to say John doesn't like Asians, so he's not going to play with the Muskies. I can't say that. Oh, he hates Muslim kids, so he's not going to play with Izzy. I can't. I have no idea.
Okay. So, So we will we'll put a bow tie on that for now. So I thought about this on the way over here. Start, sit, say goodbye. 3 players. One you got to start, one you got to come off the bench, one you got to say goodbye to. Okay, first point guard edition. Okay, Trevor Hazen, Josh Hoyle, Joseph Dalal of the Bad Boys. Who are you going to start? Who are you going to sit? Who are you going to say goodbye to?
I'm starting Trevor. I haven't watched Joe play extensively enough. And I've seen a lot of Josh Hoyle. I think Josh is much better suited off the bench than he is starting. I think he's a phenomenal guy playing off the bench that can go up against, the subs that come in, because then you can kind of hide him on defense. Usually there's a sub or two that he can guard pretty well. So I would guard Josh, but I've seen Joe play, and he's talented. There's no doubt about it. I just trust Josh because I've seen him play.
Okay. Big man edition. Garland Sanchez, Matt Hamill, and I'm forgetting who my third guy was. I had this all figured out on the way up here. Antoine Lynch. There he is right there. It's perfect. I mean, it literally is perfect.
God, that's a tough 3.
Garland Sanchez, Matt Hamill, Antoine Lynch. Start, sit, say goodbye.
I'd start Hamill. Just because I think he's less volatile than Garland, and he's more versatile than Twan.
Antoine's still listening.
Twan, I'd bring off the bench. Twan's still listening?
He's just walked up.
Twan, I'd bring off the bench because I'd rather start Matt. And then Garland, I'd probably cut just because his temperament is completely out of. I hate guys with bad temperament, and he's got really bad temperament. He's a firecracker. Gets really frustrated, loses his cool, gets technicals. I have a tough time playing with guys like that because they bring the entire team down when they do it. So I would get rid of Garland, although it's a guy out of those 3 I would, but I'd have him on my team if I needed him.
Yeah, but in this case,
no.
Let's say goodbye.
Yeah, say goodbye.
Okay, last one for now. Rebels edition. Dustin DuPont, Ryan Jansen, Paul Verber.
I got to get rid of one. Paul's the best, the most important piece to the Rebels by far. However, if I'm starting a team, I don't start with Paul because of the case that I mentioned, the volatility.
Whiskey plates.
The whiskey plates, yeah. He's whiskey plates, and nobody wants whiskey plates. I would start Dustin because he's going to show up for layups and game, pre-game. Jansen's going to show up late anyway, so he might as well just come off the bench. And then I'd cut Paul.
Okay. That's it for this week, but I think we're going to play that a couple more times. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's
it's a fun game. It's a fun game.
I'm willing to bash whoever needs to be bashed.
I'm fully aware of that. Okay, any final thoughts? Week 5 roster addition deadline has now passed. Let's not play this game this quarter. You can no longer add a player to your roster. Okay, that has come, that is gone.
What if you want to add him for week 6?
You can do it for week 6.
And
week 7?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Last thing I want to talk about, 26 teams, 20 playoff spots?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I'm not on the players committee anymore, so I'll let you guys hash that out.
Didn't I tell you there'd be 26 teams this season? You said no? You said 30?
I don't remember that.
It's okay.
Okay, everyone, we will see you next time.